what are the different terpenes and what do they do for you?
I mean, there's a bunch of different terpenes, and they do a bunch of things. I could dive into some of them, but
let's do the main ones.
So like I'll just give you like terpinolene is probably one of my favorite ones. So and that's more. So you'll see those more in like a sativa dominant strain.
And explain sativa and indica
and the hybrids. So let me just actually dive into this. So like sativa, hybrid, and indica are just marketing terms.
Got it.
So these are just terms that because people like categories.
Like Democrat and Republican.
Yeah, they don't want too much.
Like vodka, gin, whiskey, right?
Oh, okay,
gotcha. They want categories. So they say, oh, indica means I'm gonna get tired, sleepy. Hybrid is, what the like people are like, oh, that's a mix. So it might make you sleepy, it might make you tired. And sativa is supposed to be more of a buzz, but that's not how it all goes. Terpenes affect people differently, and so the biggest thing, it's not really about terpenes or about THC percentage. It's about this thing called the entourage effect, and so essentially the entourage effect, or the synergistic effect, I've heard it called the ensemble effect, is essentially a mixture between the cannabinoids, which is like THC, CBD, CBN.
Now CBN is the CBD nighttime, right?
Okay, exactly.
CBD night, CBD night.
That's what I need, bro, because I have a hard time.
And that's another thing, right? It's like we don't like the other biggest issue is that there truly hasn't been any real studies.
There's no education on this yet.
So it's like it's all speculation.
Yeah,
it's
because it just became really legal.
Yeah, so there's some information on it, and there's some studies on it, but like when it comes to the endocannabinoid system and how that all works is completely, we don't truly know it, and we don't even know the long-term effects of cannabis, right? We've never done any 30-year studies on it, so we have no clue what's going to happen in the next 30 years. So when it comes to cannabis, cannabis, like when you go to a store and buy something, it's, you got to test it all out. You got to see what you like and what you don't like.
I was going to say that's most of drugs anywhere, though.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? There's a lot of things that were marketed in the 90s. They're like, oh, this will cure this. This will help you with this. But it's got 3,000 side effects that nobody even knew about.
Exactly.
So it's like you can't really, say that it's just the cannabis and it's just everything, everything medical. I mean, I'm sure like Tylenol has a lot of long-term effects that you don't want. You know what I mean?
And I'm going to come back to that because we're going to talk about Adderall in a second.
Okay.
But yeah, so going back to cannabis, it's not essentially the terpenes, right? It's more of the effect of all of it together. So figuring out one of my favorite strains of all time is green crack. And green crack is, is supposedly a sativa dominant, right? But, to some person that might put them to bed. You never know.
Yeah.
Right? So it just depends.
Does that also matter on like how it's grown too as well? Because they can be like, oh, we had green crack seeds or something.
Yeah. So, and that's the other thing, right? It's like, how the hell am I supposed to know this seed came from a green crack plant?
Yeah, like anybody can say that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's really tough to, put those labels on it.
Yeah.
And so that's